Hey everyone, I'm about to get on my mat and do a quick 20-minute yoga practice. I'd love to have you join me. So roll out your mat and plop on down. I'll do a little bit of detoxification work in this practice, so you can get a little taste of it. And if you enjoy it and want to do more of that, especially with the season changing right now, you can sign up for my 7-day Beautiful Body online detox program. Every day you get a 20 to 30 minute yoga practice video that specifically focuses on different organs of detoxification. You also get a meditation video each day and an ebook and daily emails, all kinds of super fun, good stuff. The link is below if you want more information. But otherwise, I hope your mat is calling you as mine is, and let's practice together. All right, so come on down to your mat into child's pose. And just rest your hips back, release your forehead down onto your mat. Relax your forearms and take a couple deep breaths. Just beginning to feel your body settling, your mind slowing down, your breath smoothing out. And especially directing the breath down into the belly, down into the whole rib cage, connecting to your inner body, right, which includes your internal organs, but also we can think about inner energy and inner emotions. And we'll just take one more nice deep breath here, breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to begin to move into a flowing cat-cow. So with your next breath in, tuck your chin to your chest, roll up onto your hands and knees. And then with your exhale, you're just going to slowly release your hips back towards your heels. So pretty simple. We'll repeat that a couple more times. Breathing in, rounding your spine, rolling up, opening your chest at the top, and releasing your hips towards your heels as you exhale. And repeat that, moving with your breath. And the next time you arrive up on your hands and knees in tabletop, just pause there. And as you exhale, let your spine round. And then begin to circle your spine around. Make big, big circles with your spine. This does not have to look any particular way. Just feel your way through it. Most importantly, we just want our spine to move in all directions. And we want to begin activating those inner organs, right? Giving a little stretch, a little squeeze. Releasing the muscles along your back. Yeah, switch directions, take a couple more breaths, just moving in any way that feels good for you through your spine. And then slowly work your way back to a neutral spine. And we're going to travel into down dog from here. So you can tuck your toes, lift your hips, and draw them back. Yeah, stretching long through the arms and the legs. You can try a cat flow here as well, a cat-cow flow. So as you inhale, you're going to bend your knees a little bit, look forward. And then as you exhale, see if you can tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tail, and round your back, lifting the heels. Inhale, bend your knees, sit bones high, look towards your fingers, and exhale, squeeze into the front of your body, into the belly. Nice. Great, and then just settle yourself back into your down dog. Take a full breath in, move your body forward, come into plank pose, upward push-up. And then as you breathe out, taking the knees down to the mat, and we're going to roll open onto the right side, so right hand on the floor. Right knee stays on the floor. Your left leg's going to stretch out long, and your left arm's going to stretch out long, stretching open the left side of your torso. This is where your obviously your left lung is, stomach, descending colon. And then come back through center and just switch it to the opposite side, beginning to open and lengthen the right side of your torso. So you've got your right lung that you're opening, your liver, gallbladder, ascending colon, all tucked away on the side of the body. You can squeeze the left side also as you're opening the right side here. Send the right arm up and come all the way back through hands and knees, tabletop position. And then we're going to take melting heart, or sometimes this is called puppy pose. So walking the hands out, try to keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your hands out, release your head to the mat. And to deepen the stretch into the shoulders, you can rest your elbows down, walk your hands in, and turn the palms up. Pinky fingers touching, if possible. I like that option. It feels really nice through the shoulders. So take a few more breaths here, and when you breathe in, let all sides of your rib cage open up and expand. And as you breathe out, soften your whole rib cage. Soften your heart towards your mat, soften your lungs towards the earth. One more deep breath. Breathing out completely, and if you've turned your palms up, turn them down. And slide one forearm back, and then slide the other forearm back, bringing yourself up onto your hands and knees. And from hands and knees, let your toes tuck, and then just walk your hands back and come into a little squat. So your heels are lifted, your belly is resting over your thighs, your head's just hanging. You can breathe into your belly here. There's some nice compression between the torso and your thighs, so breathe into your belly. Let the breath massage your inner organs. Exhale out completely, maybe even through an open mouth, right? Taking a cleansing breath out. And then on your next breath in, lift your gaze, lift your chest, and you're going to just lower your hips down to the floor. So sit yourself right down, stretch your legs out in front of you. Sit up tall, try to get right up onto your sit bones, breathe in, and then as you breathe out, tip forward and fold yourself over your legs. And you can let your head hang, so you can approach this a little bit more yin-like, where you're just softening into the pose. And as your spine rounds here, you get a nice opening through the low back, where your kidneys reside, and your kidneys are one of your detoxification organs. At the same time, we're gently compressing through the front of your body, squeezing the toxins out. Deep breathing here. Let's take about 2 more breaths. And then with your in-breath, your next in-breath, lift your chest for a moment and just lengthen out your spine again. See if you can gather a little bit more length, and then just soften forward for 1 or 2 more breaths. Good, and then with your next inhalation, you can begin to rise back up, coming into your seat. And then you're going to reverse right out of this pose into your squat again. So just bending your knees, and you can use your hands to tip yourself forward. Maybe not the most graceful transition, but bring yourself back into your squat. Breathe out completely here, and then lifting your chest, breathing in, and releasing into an easy forward fold. So straightening your legs. You can adjust your feet so that you are comfortable here. Exhaling out the breath, and then breathing in, come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms overhead. Arch back a little bit, really stretching open the front of your body now after that forward fold. As you exhale, draw the hands down to the earth, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, extend your heart towards the front of your mat, looking forward. Walk your hands out, find downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in down dog. I'll always move around a little bit. And then from downward facing dog pose, coming into plank, upward push-up. And let your knees come to the mat. We're going to take just a few yogi push-ups. So as you exhale, squeezing the forearms and elbows in, lower down as far as you can without collapsing, and then push yourself all the way back up. So breathing out, yogi push-up, breathe in, push through the hands, lift up. Let's do that about 3 more times. So keep the navel engaged. Try not to let your belly drop. And when you lower down, take your face down out in front of your fingers. Great. So take one more of those, and this time when you breathe out, lower yourself all the way down. Your arms are probably starting to burn a little bit. That's a good sign that they're getting stronger. And then from belly down position, reach your arms back, lift your chest up. Locust pose. Lift your legs. If you'd like, you can deepen this by bending your knees, grab your ankles or your feet, coming into full Dhanurasana bow pose. If you don't feel warm enough for that, it's perfectly fine. Just keep the legs long, keep the arms long, breathe, letting your body lift. If you're in bow pose, rocking a little bit even forward and back will massage your abdominals, stimulate your lymphatic flow through the belly region. Release your feet, release your arms, lift up high, and slowly extend your arms forward. Lift up even higher. This one's really challenging. Nice work. Release, and take your forehead down onto your forearms. Relax here. Couple breaths. Letting your back soften. Great. One more full breath, breathing in. And as you breathe out, slip the hands down alongside your lower ribs. Take a breath into Cobra, and if you'd like, straighten the arms into Up Dog. And then pull yourself back, breathing out through Downward Facing Dog. Nice big breath in Down Dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. And then we're going to just come into a seat. So walk your feet forward, sit yourself down, cross your ankles. And you're going to either sit with your ankles crossed or take a half lotus. Right foot coming on top of that left thigh, hip area. Sit up tall, take a breath in. And as you exhale, fold. And like I said, if there's any discomfort in the knee or the ankle, cross-legged position is perfectly fine here. Rise, half lotus. A couple breaths, just letting your hips open here and release. Take one more deep breath. Breathing out completely. And then rising, coming all the way back up through center, and then we're going to take a twist. And you can just sweep your left arm behind you and reach over and grab your left knee with your right hand. Look back over your left shoulder. Try to feel your belly spinning to the left. Twists are probably one of our best tools for detoxifying the body. On your exhalation, relax through center. And then we're going to switch sides. So release your legs, and you might just switch the crossing of your ankles. It's probably the awkward side that you're working with now. Or again, try to scoop up that left ankle, rest it onto your right upper thigh into half lotus. As you breathe out, walk your hands forward and release. Holding here, taking a couple deep breaths. Enjoying that opening that you're receiving in your hips. Great. One more deep breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your hands back. Lift your chest up. Sit tall. And twist your torso to the right. Wrap up on your right fingertips. Try to lift your chest. Lift through the crown of your head. With your exhale, pull the navel in and up. Good. Take one more real deep breath here. And as you breathe out, just relaxing yourself, come back through center. Undo the crossing of your ankles and bring the soles of your feet together, Baddha Konasana bound angle pose. Draw the heels in close to your hips. Try to sit up tall, breathing in. And with your exhale, tipping forward and releasing. And with this pose as well, you can curl in a little bit. So if you want to let your head hang and give some compression through the front of the body as you open up your kidneys along the back of your body, that's great. Deep breathing, really letting those hips receive a nice opening in this pose. Great. Breathe out completely. Walk your hands back, lift yourself up, breathing in, and then you can just scoop your knees up and we're going to come down onto our backs. And you can just hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to move into shoulder stand cycle next. So if you're not familiar with shoulder stand cycle, I really recommend just bumping up to a wall and resting your legs up the wall. Ideally, the legs are touching the wall and your spine can just rest flat on the floor. But if you're familiar with your shoulder stand cycle and you want to move into that, when you're ready, you're going to pike your legs back behind you, coming into plow pose. You can just walk your shoulders in, bring your hands eventually to the low back, and when you feel ready, you'll lift your legs and move into your shoulder stand. But no hurry to get there. Sometimes it feels really good to just linger in your plow pose for a couple breaths. But eventually, getting those legs to rise up towards the ceiling and pressing gently into the back of your head, reaching long through the legs. Let's hold here for about 5 complete breaths. So when we invert the body in this way, we stimulate the lymphatic system, which is part of the detoxifying organ systems in your body. And all of the waste that's accumulated in your legs, in your pelvis, in your belly, all of it can drain easily back towards the heart. So great also to just stimulate your organs by turning them upside down. They can become really stagnant, so going upside down can really stimulate the flow of energy. So plow pose once again. Let your feet come back behind your head. Take a couple breaths and plow. Slowing your breath really down, quieting your system even more. And then from plow pose, when you feel ready, you're just going to roll yourself out slowly onto your back. And it might feel good to just hug your knees into your chest again and take a few breaths. And we're going to be moving into Shavasana, final relaxation. But if there's more that you would like to do, I know for myself, after about 15 minutes of yoga, I start to really drop in and then I feel everything in my body. And there's so many stretches that I want to take and so many postures I want to do. So you can just press pause and follow your own flow for a bit. Or if you are ready to move into final relaxation, stretch yourself out on your back, close your eyes, and rest. Letting the whole body come to rest. And we're going to hold our Shavasana for a few more minutes in silence. So try not to wiggle or move. Just let your body rest. And if you are able to continue resting, I invite you to do so. If you've got a full day ahead of you and you want to get yourself moving, just take your time to wake up your hands, your feet, to deepen your breath. And when you're ready, hugging the knees into the chest, rolling off to your side, come up into a seated position and take a few breaths and just be grateful that you have the ability to move your body, that you have your health, that you have the space to practice in, computer to watch this video on, all of those things, simple things. Just be grateful. Have a peaceful rest of your day. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.